Our media product, Discontinue. I will be comparing this with the trailers of Inception and The Happening. We stuck to the codes and conventions of a teaser trailer by keeping it between 30 seconds and 1 minute 30 long. I will now discuss in more depth the codes and conventions of teaser trailers and the things that help to make sure that we do not reveal too much about our characters, the plot, and the narrative as a whole. To open our trailer, we have used our own company ident, Limitless Productions, just like Inception opens with Warner Brothers and The Happening 20th Century Fox. This is to let the audience know who produces and distributes the film. We use a fade to black throughout our trailer and also after the ident. This is following inspiration from The Happening and the thriller teaser trailer convention. Inception and The Happening both use large conglomerate companies. Although we regard Limitless a major company, we do not regard it as. In terms of the content for the codes and conventions of a teaser trailer, we start with a clear, establishing shot to create a sense of formality. After this, the shots speed up in pace, and this creates a sense of stress and fear, which allows the audience to feel sympathy for the characters. If this happens, codes and conventions are being met, and this could make some of the 16 to 24-year-old target audience want to follow along with our film. Similar to The Happening, the shots start normal pace and then speed up when the climax is met. When a man on the news in The Happening says,
"There appears to be an event happening,"
this creates suspense and starts a panicked, fast shot part of the montage. We tried to recreate this by having our fast section come after I appeared to be running between people who were not moving. This showed that something was wrong and an enigma was waiting to be started. This would start off the series of fast shots. The montage stage allows the narrative to be kept hidden for an actual film release, but does allow some suggestion of what the genre could be. The main characters are introduced right away. We see two females together, but almost immediately after we see the character Mia with a camera. This is a close-up shot which really allows the audience watching to feel a connection with the character. Just like Inception, we see Leonardo DiCaprio in a car before any other characters are introduced. This is another code and convention of teaser trailers. The use of this technique helps to establish the importance of the character, but is also good marketing technique. Inception shows Leonardo DiCaprio in its trailer. As a well-known and well-loved actor, if the audience see him first, they will want to follow along with the release and watch the film when it arrives. Next, we will talk about the titles and texts. These are also conventions of a trailer. We used white font on a black background, like Inception and The Happening. As well as the title and credits, we have included the billing block. We use text to give hints of a genre and narrative rather than using a voiceover. As this is a teaser trailer, we felt simple text would be more effective. We use the same text as The Happening of an enigma being established and solved throughout. We also included the director's name, as just like Leonardo, if the audience likes a certain director, they may become attracted to the film and want to watch. Our title fits the trailer well. We have a large bold font that is in the centre of the screen. This allows pure focus on the titles and draws the audience in. The fact that they are in the centre allows pure focus on the text rather than at the top or the bottom, where the shots do not seem as important or structured. We introduce at 32 seconds all the characters. This then allows room for a minute of action where characters can be established. At 35 seconds, 3 continuous shots are shown of my character Mia. These have been placed here to portray her as the main character. This allows focus and depth on the character so that the audience can establish a connection and familiarity. The title is in the font of Contracts. We edited the title to fit with our brand across all 3 media platforms of promotion. The font means that the 3 products are easily noticeable and can be established by the public. In The Happening, the title of the film comes at the end, following by Coming Soon. Similar with Inception, at the end with a title and then the release date. We chose to follow these conventions and put Discontinue and immediately after Summer 2017. We have edited the title using effects to have it fit with our theme of clocks and time. The sound, which we will talk about next, is a clock ticking at the beginning. As this is happening, the title appears bold and then fades back This is so the audience really have time to view the title. This is going to be their main structure of research for the film. The title then starts to zoom out, and this links in with the clock ticking. It creates an effect for the audience and connotes time running out as it slowly fades away. Throughout our trailer we use a variety of different sounds, both diegetic and non-diegetic. The first 6 seconds include solely a clock ticking, just like the end of the trailer. This is effective and creates an emotional response with the audience and almost immediately portrays a theme or genre within our trailer. Whenever our title appears or a large jump in the montage happens, we use a loud crescendo boom which finishes with a few knocking sounds. This really helps to add effect and suspense into our trailer, effectively making it more enjoyable for the audience. It is also a big hint in suggesting the genre of our film. The majority of the teaser is non-diegetic, and bursts of the trailer include snippets of our theme tune. This is an effective way of creating familiarity and the audience can remember the tune. Suspense and tension is created as the sound appears at times when the characters feel really lost and confused. It is enhanced and shows the instability of the characters and their vulnerability. Just like The Happening, we used text that showed what previous films have been made by the same team. For our trailer, we have said that it is from the same makers as a previous film, Gone. Whilst this appears, the crescendo boom also repeats itself. This helps to make the audience aware that it is coming from the makers of another really popular and well-made film. If the sound effect wasn't there, the audience wouldn't have paid as much attention and it wouldn't be as effective. We have also used diegetic sounds to hint to the audience some of the narrative. The use of "everything stopped but us," "we need to know what's going on," and "why us" really suggests to the audience and gives them clues of what the film could be about. And at this point, the audience should feel captivated and ready to follow along with the film's initial release. Another non-diegetic sound effect that has been recorded and spoken about is the clock chime at the end when Rachel's character Katie is confused. This shows that the character is not aware what is going on and the fact of time stopping and everything about it is getting into her head. When a clock chimes like this, it shows that the end of an hour has finished and a new hour has begun. This is trying to foreshadow that one world has ended and a new world has begun. With the clock, it is of huge significance to our trailer and the film, Discontinue. Discontinue is referring to the thought of time stopping. The stopwatch is our main prop throughout. This is thought to be the reason why time has stopped for the college students. It links well with the non-diegetic sounds of a clock ticking. To show the significance of the watch and the clocks, it also appears on the promotional platforms such as the poster and magazine cover. The characters' costumes relating to mise-en-scène appear to be general and typical clothes college students would wear. Their clothes change during different shots in the teaser montage to suggest events happening over a long period of time. Throughout our trailer we use a blue tint to fit with the thriller genre, and this helps to create an eerie and alarming setting. The blue tint is carried throughout our poster and magazine cover to create familiarity and connections. When a shot faded during The Happening, the tone was a slight blue tint before the colour related back to its normal saturation. This is where we took our inspiration. I will now talk about the poster and magazine. For our poster, we looked at different magazine covers and decided that Empire would suit Discontinue and its audience the best. As after research, the majority of viewers for this magazine were in our target band of 16 to 24-year-olds. Empire is a traditional cover and very bold. We felt this would suit Discontinue best rather than more indie magazines such as Little White Lies. Magazines tend to have the masthead at the top and the close-up image of the main character in the middle. This usually takes place in the form of direct address, helping the audience to feel a connection with the character. The film title is positioned in front of the image between halfway and the bottom of the page. Having the title as one word made it stand out and come across more sharp and clean. The clock in the background also matches that of one in the poster to show branding connections. We have included cell lines which state the actor's name from the image and also a puff for intrigue to the audience. Again, the blue tint is on top to match the theme of a sinister look. From looking at the poster of Inception and The Happening, we can see that both had blue tints applied. We chose to follow this and add it to our trailer and posters to add to the eerie effect. The use of bold font allows the titles to be easily recognised. We used a Contrax font to type this. Although both other posters used a different font, they were both clear and bold, just like ours. The conventions of thriller posters shows that the titles are at the bottom of the screen, along with the billing block. We have taken inspiration along with research to recreate this. As for the image, The Happening used an image showing three main characters and Inception showed another image of Leonardo DiCaprio and other actors in the film. The important thing we took from this was that both posters in the thriller genre used more than one character, different to the magazine cover. Both posters show what appears to be a distorted background, The Happening, a street, and Inception, buildings. We try to recreate this by using a background that can be recognised in our teaser trailer and distorting it. It is important to have a clock on our poster as it is a huge significance. This inspiration comes from Inception when the spinning top was used as a focus point. The tagline is also included for familiarity in the film. Star rating and actors' names are also included as draw-in pointers. This will persuade our target audience to watch our film. At the bottom, the Twitter hashtag allows our film to trend and gain popularity. This is a major part for marketing in the lead up to the release of our new film, Discontinue.